Oh my gosh. I have been muted this entire time. Wow. Thank you, Tiny. I appreciate you sending me a message. Tiny, is the chat not active? Um, I'm just curious. Like, I'm trying out the software. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Like, I'm. So, I can actually see. That's weird. I can see the chat. Like, if I go over to YouTube. Um, but, you're up $87. Nice job. I totally don't understand this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Haha. Nice. I'm up at $87 for my efforts this morning on the ES. Short trade is right at the open. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I'm learning how to use Melon. It's kind of a challenging software. It's not nearly as easy as StreamYard. Uh, but it does offer some features like that. Yeah, so Tiny, I thought that was actually really cool. So I'm trying to, what did you call that? You call that like the raw emotion trading chart of chartiness? Uh, the cycle of stock market emotions. Yeah, I really thought that was valuable. May want to actually like show that here. Um, let's see if I can pull that up. Whoa, man, this stuff is really challenging. Okay, so this is what Tiny's referencing. She's referencing the cycle of stock market emotions. There's actually something that Tiny sent me. So Tiny, thank you for this uh, awesome infographic here. So you can see what she's talking about here is the cycle of stock market emotions. This is really interesting way of perceiving and playing the person on the other side. Um, so you can see like where we're at in the market. Maybe we're starting at optimism that leads to excitement. So essentially, with this optimism here, you've got people who are like, no, 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 I'm bullish on this. It leads to excitement. This is where a lot of people are getting in, but this is also where a lot of retail and a lot of like everyday investor type people or just people who don't play the stock market or don't interact, they start hearing about it here. Thrill, this is where a lot of those people are starting to get in. Euphoria, this is where those people, so now we've got like the regular traders have all been in. Now you've got the retail traders and the news talking about it and stuff. Now you've got the guy who never does anything with stocks and whatnot. You've got the dudes who are like the people who are never involved in the stock market, but they're like, well, it just goes up and up and up, right? And then everybody's excited because everybody's making money. Then we get this drop out of this box here, which is the area of the maximum financial risk, and people start getting anxious. And as people are starting getting anxious, this is where, so like up here at this euphoria stage, this is where traditional investors are often selling. And that sale from traditional investors, people who are very skilled at the game, um, causes this decline. And this is where this anxiety level here, this is where a lot of the people, the everyday people and the retail traders are still holding their positions. They're like, I'm still up, but it's dropped quite a bit. And then it starts to continue dropping down. They're like, no, 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 it's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. Like, you can tell it's going to go back up. It might go back up a little bit through this area here, and then we get this dump. And when this dump happens, like, this is when all the retail traders are starting to sell out of it. This is when a lot of the the hedge fund traders are selling out of it and whatnot, and it causes a sort of this fear and panic in the marketplace, and it this causes a lot of the everyday people, the retail traders, as well as the the I'm trying to give them kind of a good name that's not demeaning. Essentially somebody who knows nothing about the marketplace, who bought stocks because the news told them to. The news said essentially it was going to go up and up and up. This is where a lot of even those people start selling, and we end up down at this panic zone. In this panic zone, this is like where basically everybody's sold out of these things, and that's where hedge funds and whatnot start noticing, okay, well, this thing's cheap now. Whatever it happens to be, whatever asset it happens to be, this thing's cheap. So let's start picking up shares. They start picking up shares. That causes this capitulation here. And for the people who are still in it, they kind of become despondent. And it does have this depression area here. But this rectangle here, this is where hedge funds are buying. They're buying and they're driving that price back up. That leads to hope in the marketplace. People start feeling relief because they're like, okay, it is coming back, and they start getting optimistic again. This emotional cycle is one that I've personally gone through. It's also one that a ton of traders will go through in their time. Your job as a trader, aside from all the technical analysis and things like that, is to be able to maintain sort of like a flat emotional level. It's to not feel all these emotions as you do through this roller coaster. And if you do, become very hyper aware of the emotions that you're feeling, because if you happen to get in at relief or at optimism, you're going to be wanting to get out at euphoria, just like the hedge funds do. And that can be part of one of the things that I take into consideration when I trade is my emotions. And if my emotions are starting to feel towards this excitement and this thrill and whatnot, once I hit here, I'm out. Like once I start getting right there, I'm like, I better sell, because my emotions are telling me that, like this is just going up and up and up. I should sell and take my profit. So that's something that Tiny sent me. I personally thought it was incredibly helpful. Market emotions. I like that it shows the candles. Yeah, I think that's very helpful as well. Instead of just the line charts. Line charts are so, like, I don't know, interpretive. They just don't give enough information. Okay, so let's jump onto the charts. So, like, what do I do? Do that? Okay, it's kind of weird. Okay, boom. No, not that one. Boom. Okay, so we're getting some TTM reversal, but that's okay. So we did actually kind of bounce off these bottoms here. So you remember I was saying that, like, even like this hammer candle here, like the bulls technically won that from a volume standpoint. There's a lot of stacking up in the TTM. You can see the bulls have won the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles or so, and we could be seeing a rip up here very shortly. We're very close to the 1226 crossover. The 35 has gotten above the 26. This is a good indicator for momentum to the upside, I really think that we're going to see a push up here very shortly, unless, of course, this ends up being a false breakout and we dump down. And one thing that does give me that consideration for a false breakout is, number one, we got 2 red dots on the TTM that could show reversal. Number 2, though, the 9, and I think this is even more impactful, the 9 is below the 12. So if the 9 crosses above the 12, we might take a long position. But right now, as it is, we're currently sitting on the sidelines. The TTM is throwing weird numbers. Weird, it's like throwing whole numbers. TTM is currently at -3. So we need this to give us a cyan switch in order for this to really start to go long. Really, what we're looking for is this 1 minute candle to make a new high, if you will, off of this. Basically, to get above this red candle here. This green candle needs to get above the red, and then once that does, we should see a nice rip upward. I'm not trying to get in that position. I'm zoomed in super close here. 4150 is an area of importance, I think. Along with this 4140 level, which has acted as resistance a couple of times now. All right, so TTM is very close to a cyan. It's practically neutral. Trying to see if we can find some trades here. How big was this rip that we had earlier for that momentum downside? We bounced off of VWAP from 4175 all the way up to 4200. It's $25 rip. That's huge. That's 100 points. That's 100 ticks. That's a lot of ticks. I don't think this software is as fluid. I definitely think that it has value in some of the features that it offers, but I just don't think that the software is as fluid as I would like it to be. There's that. Okay, so we did get a little bit of a cyan switch here. We're so close on the 9 and the 12 that I can't even really tell which one's above which. We got one cyan here. We're basically right at neutral. We've got 20 seconds left on this candle. I think we're going to rip up. It's looking like it wants to rip up. Join the bid here.
Order filled.
Looking for 5 ticks to the upside. I honestly think that 5 ticks might be a little aggressive, but holy crap, we're already down $200. What's up with my charts, dude? Going for 2 ticks. Just trying to get out of this thing. My chart is just not like zoomed in the way I want it to. Like, I'm out. I lost $150 on that. Very frustrating. I just can't get my chart right today. Like, it's like, I think it's gonna go up, honestly, but yeah, today's kind of a weird day, man. Like, I was planning on taking it really easy today, and this is exactly why. We're still up $901 in our evaluation. We do have a cyan switch. I do think this thing's gonna flip over, but it's just not there yet. and that was really challenging with our chart right there because it was basically like it honestly looked like it was just moving flat, but it really wasn't. And the other thing is, I think that we need to be on 2 ticks, which is what I honestly intended to be on, but it happened to be saved on a 5 tick chart there, so, or a 5 tick bracket. And we would have got that 2 ticks if I happened to have had it set up right. Just trying to focus on the trades now. 9 is still below the 12. They're all like right next to each other for a 9, 12, 20, 26 crossover, but we don't have it yet. When this rips, I do think this is going to be a pretty momentumous move to the upside. Honestly, I do think we can hit like 7 ticks on it. But it's got to get that flip. And without that flip, it just ain't working out. This is actually moving like quite a lot in range. Like you can see we dropped like $4 here. I don't know why my my charts look so like like what there. That's how I wanted them. That's so much easier for me to read. I don't want to take it long in anticipation of the breakout because the 9's below 12. If that 9 ever gets above the 12, which is just driving me crazy, then we'll take a position. But as it stands, like we're just kind of like sitting here. That's the rip that we were seeking. Seven seconds on this chart, or on this candle. New candle here. This sort of like micro pullback. 9 is still below the 12. Well, this thing is a lot more challenging. How many days in the evaluation do I have left? I have 3 days. So today's day 7. I need 10 trading days. But actually, they switched it over to 5. You only need 5 trading days now. So if you can hit your profit target in 5 days, you can earn funding. So literally, you can get 5 days. You get funded in 5 days. It's crazy. By the way, guys, if you want to trade in and try to earn funding in the futures market as well, y'all can check out Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding is super dope. There's a link to it in the description. If you use promo code JSBEST, you guys can actually get 50% off for life, and you get free resets at rebill. So you don't have to worry about necessarily paying for resets either. We're definitely getting, unless of course you want to in the middle of something and you've happened to have broken rule for some reason. Looks like we're trying to break through this 4140 level. This is really weird movement. And I say it's weird movement because out of all of this stuff here and the multiple times that we've broken through it, the 9 still never crossed above the 12. And that 9 and that 12 are so crucial in actually flipping the move around, and that's really what this move was the intention was to take that flip over the 9-12. So really it was an anticipation move, and I shouldn't have taken it. But additionally, I should have been on 2 ticks for something like that down here, and we would have gotten out that 2 ticks. Gratefully, we didn't lose the $200+ that had happened when we got into this position, and it ripped down to here, and we were down like 225, and then ripped back up. So we did not get that 912 crossover. The cyan switch failed, and we dropped down to test these lows. We're getting almost a hammer candle, and it's flipping around on us though. Gonna switch this track. Don't want that up, want this up, want that. Boom. And we're switching back over. Here we go. All right. Pushing even more to the downside. We're near these lows here. Should have taken that short position. Might try to go short off for like 41.30 if it rips back up.
Order filled.
Got in right there. Going for 7 ticks.
Order
Got out
filled.
a little bit of profit on that. Now we're down 67.44 on the day. I got out just because that candle flashed green. I potentially could have held it, but yeah, so right there it would have filled. But I got out just because I was, trying not to lose money. Looks like we're gonna try to make new lows here. We've got this low that we flashed down here, which is 41.2675. We tapped off of 41.26, or what? Just slightly above it. 41.2575. We tapped like 1 tick above the lows. Yeah, no worries. So we're trying on a different streaming software. Honestly, I think it's kind of challenging to work with. To be completely honest, seems kind of busy. We're using Melon. Thought we'd try it out. It's got some features that I wanted to add to the stream, but maybe I just need to learn the software better and get faster with it. But I find it kind of challenging, honestly. Getting another push down on these on this low here. Switching to 3 ticks. I wanted to get in right there. We've got 7 seconds left on this candle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. New candle. Starting off green. New lows on the day. New low today is 41.24. Getting a bounce off that low. ES is down almost 2% on the day. That's pretty big to lose 2 points on the day like that. That's a lot. ES is down about $7,500 or so, or $75. Not 7,500. That'd be crazy. It went negative. Okay, continuing to push these lows. Wow. Big move to the downside. New candle. Flashing green again. Kind of a weird trading day, man. Honestly, but I guess it's Friday. Market's moving weird, in my opinion. I'd just like to be able to get green today, and stay there. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description too. By the way, we're currently up 992 in our evaluation. If y'all want to also try to earn funding, check out Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description below if you guys want to check that out. And if you use the promo code JSBEST, that's JSBEST, you'll actually get 50% off for life. Also, guys, check out our email mailing list if you want to. If you want to receive email communications from me, we do send out stream reminders. We also occasionally talk about entrepreneurship and spirituality and psychology and other things like that. We come from a digital marketing background and a digital entrepreneurship background. So if you're interested in stuff like that, go ahead and join the list. Getting these dojis at the low. This to me would normally be indicative of a reversal, but we're we honestly seem pretty far from that. But this doji at the low, I would imagine, is going to end up in a trend reversal. Kind of wish I would have stuck with that 7 ticks. We would have put ourselves in a green location. Heck, we could have taken 10 ticks off that. 41.29. I guess we got 4 ticks when we did it. So we went 29.75 to 28.75. But after fees, that's what puts us down 67.44 on the day. Should have held my short. Yeah, same. I absolutely agree. Absolutely should have held my short. Jumping back into the charts, trying to stay focused on it, but when it's trading at the lows like this, like it's pretty challenging to trade because you don't want to end up in a reversal, but at the same time, you don't want to end up in a reversal, but at the same time, like you don't want to miss out on these moves either,
Order filled.
Took a short there, looking for 3 ticks to the downside.
Order filled.
Got it. So it puts us down $1.16, basically break even on the day. Glad we got some of our money back. Pretty much all of it back, which is good. 3 trades, 1 larger L, and 2 winning trades. So okay, Tony, I'll check them out. We have a couple of people watching today, so make sure y'all like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and also too, if you guys like checking out Webull, or if you guys like trading stocks, options, and crypto, check out Webull. Webull's super dope. There's a link in the description. When you sign up, you'll actually get 6 free stocks. So sign up and join for Webull. Once you fund your account with $100, you'll get 6 free stocks, so you'll automatically be in the green right when you sign up. So I think that's one thing that's really cool about Webull. When I first signed up for Webull, I was 40% green. So I immediately got a 140% ROI on my deposit. So I thought that was super dope of them. I was pretty happy about it. Because it also gave me more to trade with as well. Alright. I'm going to pull out to a 5-minute chart. Basically just been ripping downward. We had this like 15 minutes here, or 10 minutes here where it ripped up, and then it's just been down since. On the 5-minute chart, still looks very bearish. We've got this red just continuing to stack on the 5-minute chart. And you can see on the 1, we have a very long way to go in order to get this this trend reversal just by looking at the indicators. I was anticipating a trend reversal here because we did get some cyan switch, but I took an anticipation breakout trade, which didn't happen because this 9 never got above the 12. That 9 above the 12 would have really actually given it an opportunity to push up and test 4140 at least, like bare minimum. But without that swap, look how much divergence we have down here with the 9 and the 12. But with that 9, this yellow line getting above that 12, that'll give us that at least a push upward. Once this 12, the cyan line gets above this white 26 line, then that usually gives us a nice, like, bigger rip, more solid rip to the upside. And if both the 9 and the 12 can get above this 35, while this 35 maintains above the 26, then we get really bigger, like much bigger moves to the upside. And all that goes in accordance with also getting above the 50 as well. I think I'll make a video about that, just that whole strategy in and of itself, because it is its own thing. It's difficult for me to make videos, though. It's one of the reasons why I live stream, is just because like the time involved in making videos is huge, and I have a family, and we're constantly doing like projects and everything like that. I'm curious about a long here. Like essentially another test of this 12. You can see it came up and it tapped 12 EMA here and tapped 12 EMA here. So I'm curious if like a long, just for like a real quick scalp. 41.19, the 12 was at 41.21. So that's 8 ticks to the upside. We got 1, 2, 3 green candles. We did come up and tap that 12. I just kind of missed the open on that candle. Big pullback on that one. This would be the entry point right here. Sketched out to take it because it's so close to a doji. What I'm really looking for a lot is like, you see these like this like bigger candle, like if that one came back and filled like halfway and then pop back up off of that. So this one actually would have worked out. I didn't take it because of how close it got to that doji. And now we're at a doji here near this bottom. Just checking in with you guys. So we're basically break even on the day. Just took more of a quick long. Up 175. Nice. Great job, Tiny. You're getting better at this, honestly. You're getting better every single day. Every time I come back here, I see that you're doing more today than you were yesterday. So great job. You're doing really well. Okay, getting this long continuing to push up. Definitely should have taken that, little 3 ticker. You got 10 seconds on this candle. 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. A pullback to join the bid there. Looking for 3 ticks up. Yikes, down 200. Gotta cut the bleeding. Big loss on that. down 185 on the day. I think I'm done. I'm having a really hard time trading today. This is very challenging for me. Um, so I think I'm going to cut it there. We streamed for about 45 minutes, and just struggling on the day for me. We basically worked our way back into break even just to put us down even further in the hole. I can't believe we got that. We took that trade. Wow. I basically was looking for this to continue. I can feel myself wanting to overtrade too. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut it down right there. I want to thank you for showing up. Thank you everybody who showed up. Please like, please subscribe, please check out all the links in the description. It really does help support the channel. If you guys choose to go with the service that we recommend in the description. If nothing else, join our email newsletter. It's free to join and all that, and you'll get email communication from me. Yeah, don't overtrade. Exactly. Trying not too tiny. Trying to make sure that I maintain the growth that we've had in our evaluation so far. So thank you so much, guys. I love and appreciate you, and we will see you guys on the next stream on Monday at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. All right, much love and appreciation. Peace. Can't even get it on there. Peace.